Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill. Today on Suncoast FYI, we talk to founder and CEO April Glasco of Second Chance Last Opportunity, Chief Executive Officer Valerie Powell-Stafford of Englewood Community Hospital, Ambassador Melissa Vanderbilt-Bestor of Alzheimer's Association, Event Chair Melissa Lockhart of the Walk to End Alzheimer's, Campus and Community Engagement Manager Tim Jaeger with Ringling College of Art and Design, Letterpress and Book Art Center Coordinator Bridget Elmer, President Danijella Dragas and Director of Business Development Lynne Spencer with the Lending Corporation, and CANDance fundraising champion Alex Redmond. All next on Suncoast FYI. We're joined by founder and CEO April Glasco of Second Chance Last Opportunity and Chief Executive Officer Valerie Powell-Stafford of Englewood Community Hospital to talk about the Share the Light luncheon. Welcome, ladies. I know this luncheon and Second Chance Last Opportunity is very near and dear to your hearts. So let's begin with, can you tell our viewers about the luncheon and who you're honoring that day?
Yes, this is Second Chance Last Opportunity, 22nd Annual Share the Light Luncheon that will be held at Michael's on East. And we are so happy to honor two wonderful ladies, Valerie Powell-Stafford.
Thank you.
And Leanne Chung. She will also be honored, and this is going to be an awesome luncheon.
And what are you honoring them for?
For the work they do in the community.
All right.
We have...
And with you.
Yes. Okay. Second Chance Last Opportunity. And we have a committee, and the committee chose these two great women from the community, of the work they do, and how much they have a passion for the community.
And to help.
And to help so many people.
Now, I know you have a new tagline that you launched. It's called, I Got a Second Chance.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
I got a second chance.
We all need a second chance.
Yes, we all need
right?
a second chance. So in the beginning, when we started Second Chance Last Opportunity, it's like we was delivering a message. We all deserve a second chance. We all deserve a second chance. So as the years pass, I learned that even though everyone deserves a second chance, there's some got a second chance. And it starts with the person that started the vision.
And you started it.
And I started the vision, so I know that I got a second chance in life.
Awesome. And can you please tell us how you got involved, Valerie?
Sure. I am just so grateful to have this opportunity. This organization is amazing. I truly believe in their mission of empowering individuals and providing them those life management skills to help them be successful and self-sufficient. And as she just mentioned, all of us deserve a second chance.
Absolutely.
And this organization is about, forgetting what's behind and pressing forward to what's ahead, and giving people an opportunity to change their lives for the better. And so when we do that, I think the entire community benefits from that. So I'm just honored to be a part of this organization.
Thank you. Now, what types of services do you offer, and where does the money go? It goes to support the services.
The programs
and what are
and the services that we offer at Second Chance. So it's parenting skills, is budgeting, money management, organization skills, health awareness. So in our life management classes, we want those individuals that are attending the classes become more self-sufficient. We want them to have that, know their self-worth. So it's an 8 weeks course, and as they're attending the classes, they get incentives, gift cards to help them with food, with Pampers. We want them
everything we need on a daily
become
basis.
empowered through the life management skills, and knowing that they can maintain, they can survive when there's crises they're faced with crisis, challenges.
There's somewhere they can go.
They know that there's hope.
Yep, there's somewhere they can go.
Right. Absolutely.
So I know that you're Your event is coming up. When is that, and where can our viewers go to purchase tickets?
Yes, it's October the 19th, and it's on a Thursday at Michael's on East, and they are welcome to go to www.secondchancelastopportunity.org.
April, can you tell us, please, who your special guest MCs are this year?
Oh, sure. We have Justin Mosley.
Justin?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. And we have Bo Beth.
From Channel 7.
Yes,
Wonderful.
Channel 7. Yes.
All right. Well, great. I look forward to seeing them as well.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Bye. Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we learn more about Alzheimer's, so please stay tuned. Next in the studio is Ambassador Melissa Vanderbilt-Bestor of the Alzheimer's Association and event chair Melissa Lockhart of the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Now, you are the chair for the event this year.
Yes, I am.
What does that mean to you?
Well, first off, it's a great honor. This will be my second year as chair for the Charlotte County Walk to End Alzheimer's. And basically my role is to coordinate with a group of volunteers and work side by side with the Alzheimer's Association to put on the walk. My committee is fantastic. They're actually all in senior service business related industries, so that allows them to kind of bring an extra added knowledge and passion to fundraise. We will meet a few months before the walk to coordinate everything, and then on the day of the walk we will be there with volunteers to make sure everything goes seamlessly, and it's a really great day.
And we couldn't do without volunteers.
Right, absolutely. It's a really great day with the walk. There are teams that come and fundraise.
And when is it?
Actually, the Charlotte County Walk is going to be on October 7th.
Okay.
The Sarasota Walk is going to be on November 11th.
November 11th, okay.
So you can go to alz.org and find your local walk there.
Okay, and how many years has this been going on now?
Many years.
2007 was the first walk.
Okay, all right. Now, Melissa, what does it mean to you to be an ambassador? And tell us a little bit about that and how long you've been an ambassador.
I've been involved with the Alzheimer's Association since about 2007, where I started as the walk chair. And it was such a passion for me because of my grandmother. My grandmother was diagnosed and no one knew really how to interact with my grandmother. So I thought there had to be a better way. So got involved with the Alzheimer's Association, and then they asked me about being an ambassador. And what an ambassador does is we go to Washington, I go to Tallahassee, I meet with our Congressman Rooney and really talk about the Alzheimer's disease, how it affects so many, 5.3 million people are affected with this disease. There's not enough education out there, and being with the Springs at South Biscayne, which is an assisted living and memory care community, I see that families don't really know what to expect with their loved ones.
Or how to interact with them, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So a lot of education is what I do, and it is my passion to be a part of this.
What type of resources do you offer? Do you have classes, workshops?
We do a little of both. As the ambassador, I am also certified to do the virtual dementia experience, where I can suit a family member up. They go through, it's about 4 minutes, and they get to experience firsthand what it's like to have that disease. And it is a life-changing event, because as long as I've been doing this, and I've been doing that for over 5 years, I've never had one single person who's been able to complete the 5 tasks.
The interesting point that you bring up, what's the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's?
Okay, think of dementia as an umbrella.
Okay.
Inside that umbrella, you have everything from Parkinson's, you have Lewy body, you have frontal lobe. That all falls under the realm of dementia.
Okay.
Alzheimer's is the largest aspect of dementia, of that umbrella.
Thank you for clearing that up. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before we close today, ladies?
Well, I think also we would encourage anybody that has been affected with this disease to reach out to their local chapter. Our local chapters are a plethora of knowledge. They have a 24-hour hotline you can call where you can get information. They have support groups. I know myself and Melissa actually volunteer and run support groups. And just being in a room with others that are dealing with the same situation really just makes you feel like you're not alone. And there is help, and there is support, and there is hope out there.
And that's so important, to know that somebody's out there to help you. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you do, and have a very successful luncheon.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we talk to Tim Jaeger and Bridget Elmer from Ringling College of Art and Design, so please stay tuned. In the studio now is Campus and Community Engagement Manager Tim Jaeger with the Ringling College of Art and Design, and Letterpress and Book Arts Center Coordinator Bridget Elmer. Hi.
Hey, Nancy.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
It's great to be back.
Good to have you here. Look like I just saw you the other day. Well, it's nice to have you in the studio. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot going on in the campus, and we'll start with Tim. Can you tell our viewers what's going to be taking place as far as the galleries on campus this year?
Well, October is a fun time on the Ringling College campus, particularly in the galleries, because all of our exhibitions are turning over. So in the Stolberg Gallery, we have a really exciting Warren Reinecker General Motors Automotive Designer exhibition that's opening up. We have in the Bash Gallery.
Where is?
The Stolberg Gallery is our newest gallery, which is right in the heart of campus, just across the street from the main entrance.
Where the old, lovely Selby Gallery
That's correct.
was. Okay, so just to give people a reference. Okay.
And in the Bash Gallery, which is located in the Academic Center, is where we're going to be hosting our Freedom of the Presses exhibition. And the third exhibition in the Willis Smith Gallery, also located in the Academic Center, will be hosting a collaborative commitment exhibition. So there's a lot of fun, exciting, engaging exhibitions that will be opening all on October 20th.
Okay, and where can the public go to find out more information about everything and what the dates are and times, etc.?
All of the information I just listed, hours, details, and more, can be found on our website at www.ringling.edu/galleries.
/galleries. Okay, we'll put that across the screen so people can see it. And Bridget, Tim mentioned Freedom of the Presses, and you're in charge of that, and that was your brainchild?
It's actually a collaborative exhibition.
Okay.
So we're working with a group called Brooklyn Artists Alliance out of Brooklyn, and they are a book arts alliance. And they're bringing half of their half of the show is coming from their artists based in that area, actually internationally, that they manage. And then we, as a community, are curating the rest of the show collectively from the Bristol-Schoenberg Special Collections Center, which is in the new Alfred Goldstein Library. It's a beautiful space.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And Janelle, the curator there and Special Collections librarian, is helping us, along with our students, faculty, and staff, to choose work for that show. And it all focuses on freedom of the presses, plural, with the idea that if you have a press and a means of producing print, that you are exercising that freedom. And as an artist, there are a lot of folks who are working as artists who are also working in publishing. So it focuses on that kind of work. Zines, artist books, print portfolios.
There's a lot going on now. There's a lot of programs. Are they all open to the public, number one? And what is the age range that you feel that this exhibit of Freedom of the Presses would encompass?
Some of the activities are very family friendly. We're having a book fair on November 11th that involves a lot of different parts of the campus, including Made by Gallery and the libraries, and supporting the show. For that event, we're going to have the Nomad Art Bus, and that's a paintable bus coming down from St. Pete, and the Bluebird Books Bus, which is a small bus full of art books. And then students, alumni from campus will be showing their work as well at the library. So that's accessible to all ages. And the show is as well. I think some of the other activities, like the artist talks that we have scheduled, those might be more appropriate for an older audience, but certainly, you know, families are
Open to
welcome.
everybody. And a paintable bus. Let's close on that. So the kids can come and literally paint
Literally
something on
paint
the
the
bus.
bus.
How fun.
Yes, and then there will be book-themed activities also happening, facilitated through the Nomad Art Bus, which
Wonderful.
is that
Great. Well, looking forward to it. Going to be there. So thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
We'll return after a short break with the Lending Corporation next on Suncoast FYI. President Danijella Dragas and Director of Business Development Lynne Spencer join us from Lending Corporation. Welcome to the program, ladies.
Thank you for having us on.
Now, I'd like to find out what makes Lending Corporation different than other lending institutions or banks.
Well, the Lending Corporation is a full-service mortgage consulting agency.
Which
means we cover everything from residential, from reverse mortgages through to VA, conventional, FHA. We do a lot of commercial lending, we do a lot of construction lending, even including raw land.
Okay. And how long has Lending Corporation been in existence?
Oh, we've been in existence since I think it's 2011.
Mm-hmm. And originally you started here in Sarasota?
I originally started in California and then came across to Florida, and we do lend in all states.
As a homeowner, but I remember going through it, how does someone who has not done that before or who is preparing to do it again, what do they do? What do they need to know when they come and see you? What should they expect?
Good question. Please come in with no expectations. Let us handle how to deliver you to the right program that meets your needs. So we like to do very much a consultative approach to the clients because each circumstance, each individual is so different.
So different, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's not, you fit it to the client.
Very much so.
Okay. And what should a borrower expect to know from for like a private or bridge loans? I mean, different things like that may be a little bit out of the ordinary when purchasing a property.
Well, out of the ordinary seems to be the normal these days. There never seems to be one product that fits all. Mm-hmm. So whether the program is maybe a cash buyer can then fit into doing a private money loan if his credit and his circumstances don't quite fit for a conventional, we can mold them into whatever direction they need to go.
Okay. And Lynne, now I'd like to ask you, what's important to know when you go to borrow about your credits and how to start working this process? Because it's very involved and it's very overwhelming.
It is very involved. Most people don't understand the importance of good credit. Mm-hmm. Several people have been through various and sundry problems because of credit. But the one thing that is constant and most important is to keep your credit as good as you possibly can. The highest score you can get, it's called a FICO score, is 850. If somebody can obtain 720 or above, they can pretty much write their own ticket. For those who have lower scores, they have other challenges.
Okay. Now, when you say other challenges, is it that they may not be able to borrow as much as they'd like? Are they still going to be able to get financing, but they might have to look in a slightly less, a lower market price point? I mean, you're not ruling them out if they have less than 720.
We're not. Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Actually, VA, I think, doesn't even have a score, but and the FHA prefers 620 and above. But some of them will go down to 580. Okay. There are challenges, however, because there are other things that go into the loan that are important. But we can counsel them on credit and what to do.
And how to get their scores up there.
To get the better scores and far enough in advance so that it makes a difference.
Okay. Is it better to pay cash for your home if you can, or is it to put the most money that you can down on a house? How does that work? Because we're want to know that's important.
No.
No, okay.
No. I feel strongly that it's important to be able to diversify. You never know what is going to happen in this world.
Right.
So I have a a try that I called. It's if you and I'll use an example of $300,000.
Okay.
You were planning on spending $300,000 on a house.
Yep.
I suggest that they put $100,000 on that house.
Yes.
$100,000 in an investment with a financial advisor.
Okay.
And the third $100 to protect themselves to go with the other $100,000 on an investment piece of real estate.
Okay. So that's the way they're diversifying, and they're not going to get stuck.
Exactly.
having any
If the
money.
market goes one way or the other,
Wonderful.
they're protected.
Okay, well, there's a lot more to learn from both of you. So to close, our viewers can find you where?
www.thelendingcorporation.com.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here so much. Coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we find out more about the 2017 CANDance competition, so please stay tuned. Our last guest is former SNN host and multimedia journalist Alex Redmond. Today, Alex is the Director of Media Relations for the Community AIDS Network. That's a huge job.
I am so happy to be here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it came about just out of the blue because of CANDance.
CANDance, yes, which we're here to talk about. And we'll get to you in a minute, but I know Ben Bovic, who is one of our anchors, is competing this year, okay? You were last year's CANDance champion.
Yes, I was the fundraising champion,
Yes.
and this is bigger than me, so it was quite a feat to actually get it home
and
from
carry it
Michael's
home,
on
right?
East.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell us what the event is all about, Alex?
It is very similar to some of the dancing shows that you see on networks, and actually it started way before that. This is CANDance 17. It's been going on for 18 years.
Here in Sarasota?
Here in Sarasota. Actually, Stephen Sieg, who has his own dance studio, was the person that brought it to the table and said, we need to do something to raise awareness for HIV. And he started doing this, and the event just took off, and every year it is a sold-out event, and we have local celebrities that volunteer their time to come and learn dance routines and then perform in front of a whole group of people. But when they come to the table, they need to bring funds with them because it's all about raising funds and awareness of HIV.
And we want to talk about that. Now, what's it like to learn a routine like that? I mean, how challenging, and how long do you have?
Well, for me, it was particularly challenging because I'm not a particularly good dancer. I was the type of person that was thrown out of Debbie Reynolds' studios in California and Hollywood by Joe Bennett.
Oh my
so
gosh.
he said, don't change your career. But it was challenging. You have to know where your feet go. So for me, I had somebody actually record where my feet were going, and I would go home every night and practice because I did it in just a few lessons. I did it in about 12 lessons.
You were fabulous. You won.
Thank you so much. I won the fundraising champion, so I was extremely happy about that.
What tips would you or advice would you have for Ben and the other competitors this year?
I think the most important thing is to let people know that you are indeed having fun because the event is fun and you're doing it for a cause. And when you want to raise awareness of HIV, what you want to do is you want to make it a positive thing filled with hope.
Right.
So he should go out there and enjoy himself and the other competitors as well. And if you know where your feet are going, then you can work on the finesse, like where the hands go. You know, they kept saying to me, don't do this, you know, and don't do jazz hands. You know, do something pretty with your hands. So that's what I would say is put the finishing touches on, because when you're confident, you know where your feet go, then you can do the rest.
Right. And that goes a long way with a lot of things in life, isn't it?
Definitely.
And when you have a passion about something, I mean, they wouldn't be competing if they weren't passionate about that. So I think that's very, very, very important. How is the money raised, and where do the funds go in the community?
Great question. The money is raised a couple of different ways. People can sell tables, they can sell individual seats, they can get sponsors to come in, and of course that is all fantastic, and that's where the most fundraising goes when you get people to cut the big checks. But raising awareness and funds, the best way to do that is by getting those $10 checks, those $15, $20 checks, and you have your friends, you explain why you're doing this, where the money's going, and it's all going towards patient care for community AIDS its network, which is CAN. And each time that you tell somebody the story that HIV is still here, there is no cure right now, and that you let people know that treatment is the best option, and one pill a day can treat a person. It's not how it used to be. It can keep people well for a very long time.
Where can our viewers and our community go to get involved for this very, very, very important?
Well, they can actually vote online for any of these dancers, and you actually have a link at snntv.com. There is a link to CANDance right there, or they may go to our website, which is a little tricky, which is cccSRQ.org.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we close today, Alex?
Absolutely. I would like people to know that HIV is not yet cured, that we really, really need support for people to be aware that we are #1 for HIV. We are the #1 state. We are in the top 3 for HIV overall, and that's pretty sad.
It is.
And that people are being diagnosed from the very young to the very old. We have people in their 90s that have been diagnosed
So we
at our
have to
clinic.
keep it on the forefront.
Get tested.
Great.
And get treated. That's the main thing. And vote for all of your dancers.
Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Suncoast FYI. We will return after a short break. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call us at 941-361-4639. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com under programming.